So welcome everybody to a special members only for Facebook Ads Insider. It's a members only webinar all about Facebook offers. So we have a special guest today, and my special guest is Victoria Gibson. Now, you already know Victoria because the great thing is Victoria has been with us from the start. The day I actually launched FB Ads Insider, she's been in the FB group and she's been helping people and answering questions. And I thought, I just want to introduce all of you to her content even more, give you an opportunity to ask her questions on this webinar and learn something brand new, which is something not included in the FB Ads Insider program, which is all about Facebook offers. So Victoria is a Facebook marketing specialist now, Victoria, you have to tell me, how do you say the name of your company?
Well, Marvio. Marvio, yeah. I've just switched it over.
And with your little Australian accent, I wasn't exactly positive. But as you can see, Victoria is based in Australia. She works with entrepreneurs worldwide offering coaching and done-for-you pages and ad campaigns to help them reach more of their ideal customers on Facebook. So Victoria, I'll let you tell a little bit more about your experience, but welcome to our webinar tonight.
Thanks, Amy. I am super excited to be here. We've been meaning to get on a webinar for some time, so it's good to just even catch up with you and share some great content. So I'm excited to be here. As we know, Facebook's always changing. The opportunities for Facebook advertising and the paid opportunities have never been better as far as I'm concerned, from being really in the Facebook ads game for nearly 2 years now. It never ceases to amaze me how great it is right now. I think there's some great opportunities, and this is just one of them that we're going to dive into today. Did that work? Are you there?
Oh, yes. I was on mute and didn't know it. So let's go ahead and dive in. Go for it.
Crickets. Okay, good. Well, hi everyone. I'm super excited to be here, and I'm sure that I know a few of you from the Facebook group. As Amy said, I can introduce myself throughout the presentation, but hopefully most of you are already familiar with what I've got to bring to the table. So let's dive in. Here we are. Okay, so as Amy said, I'm a Facebook advertising and marketing specialist. I really, Facebook advertising is kind of my signature offering, but I really do now offer that in conjunction with Facebook marketing as a whole. So anything to do with Facebook, pretty much like like Amy, if neither of us know the answer, then it mustn't be able to be found. I think we pretty much immerse ourselves in it, and we're passionate about Facebook. So you can find me at Marvio, so it's marvo.com. I have realized that Americans tend to want to say it like Marveo, so either or, whatever works for you. And you can also ask me any questions or come past and say hi at my Facebook page, which is fb.com/wearemarvio. So let's dive in, because today we're going to talk about Facebook offers. Now, I've been using Facebook offers for my clients from really the first quarter of this year when they were first released. I had access to them on several of the pages and used them with some great success. One of those opportunities I will dive into, or one of the case studies that I will dive into in this presentation. But it's important to note that I'm saying the new Facebook offers because it's almost like they're a brand new product now that Facebook have looked to monetize them. So when they first came out in beta testing, they were actually free, which was even better because we all love free. But there were a couple of glitches which seems to have been ironed out, but I will mention them just in case, because they do have the ability to, make your promotion a bit topsy-turvy. So I'll run through that, but essentially, for those of you who don't know, and I'm sure you do if you're on this call, Facebook offers are really like running a daily deal on your Facebook page, running any kind of special offer, value, incentive, or promotion for people to click on that offer and redeem it in some way. I will run into the mechanics of that. We will be going into detail today, so by the end of this, you will know how to set one up and use it for your own page. This isn't a webinar just to gloss over the details. There is quite a bit of detail involved. So if at any time it's feeling like it's a bit too overwhelming, don't worry, because you can always ask questions at the end, or pop along to my Facebook page and ask me afterwards if you're stuck on something. More than happy to help there, because we will go through a bit of the process as well. So I know sometimes that makes people's heads spin, Amy. So I just like to give that give a bit of a caveat at the beginning. So let's dive into the next stand. So really, based on the information, this is really how this Facebook offers product has evolved. Facebook, as well as other Facebook marketers, know that most of the time people are interacting with your brand on Facebook in order to get updated and find out what's going on and but mostly 57%, according to I think it was a Comcast survey, I didn't put the source on here, but this was a few months ago, have said that 57% of those survey respondents like brands on Facebook to get discounts and promotions. We all love a deal, we all love a special offer, and this Facebook offers feature is an amazing opportunity to capitalize on one of the biggest pools that you have to get people to like your page. And what I love so much about it is it's quite measurable, and you're able to then now see how your Facebook audience are actually going to improve your sales or perhaps build your list, and we'll go into that. So you may be an online or an offline business. This will apply to both. So I want you to be able to capitalize on that, and I'm going to show you a couple of ways how to. So I hope that sounds good, and you're open to finding out how it can be relevant to your business. So first of all, people were asking me, how do I get access a few months ago, because not everybody had access to offers. The new round that is monetizing with Facebook monetizing offers and putting their hand out for some money, it's now available across all pages. Have you heard, Amy, if anyone hasn't got access? I haven't heard that, so I just wanted to check with you, because I know that you would probably get that feedback if they didn't. Maybe if people can type in the chat pad and let you know if they haven't got access to offers on their page yet. I don't want to just assume everyone does. From what I can tell on all my pages, I do, and I know that Facebook would definitely be putting them on all pages to maximize the opportunity. So I will show.
I had heard that you have to have 400 fans. Had you heard that yet?
I had heard that with the promoted post. I didn't know if you had to with the offer as well. So
I heard it with the offer. So let me know, everybody, if you have this opportunity already, if you have access to it, and if not, let me know. Yeah, so other people are saying yes, you need 400 fans.
Yeah, okay, good. I
thought
that's what
that
might have been the case.
It's such a bummer, but at least it's not 5,000 fans.
Well, that's a good way of looking at it, and that's really where my strategy and your strategy that you teach in FB Ads Insider is really to be building your page likes. It's definitely worthwhile to be building those page likes in order to get the opportunities. So I thought just because I'd had them on all of my pages that you did have access, but I think that's pretty much because all of my pages have more than 400 fans, because I'm working on them, marketing them. So okay, that's good just to clarify that. So you will be able to have access as long as you have 400 fans. So I should clarify that. The bad news, apart from getting the 400 fans as well, is that they're no longer free, as I mentioned. And I'll go into the costing situation with that as well. But the new opportunity with Facebook offers is that you can use it for an online redemption or an in-store offer. The first round of offers were really more targeted at in-store offers, and that's why they were initially limited to Facebook Places or somewhere that you could check in, because they were an evolution of check-in deals, which some of you may remember that used to be able to, that was only in the United States, by the way. We didn't have them down here, for example, but they were quite a good tool that if you checked in, you could get a special offer emailed to your Facebook email. So there are much more sophisticated options now with the current offers version. So I'll be running through what that is as well. So let's go into what's so great about offers. Let's run through the advantages. to me, they're a great tool to grow likes and sales. So not just, pulling in sales, which we're all about at the end of the day, but it's also a great way to grow your likes, because as people are interacting with these Facebook objects, Facebook makes sure that they build in the opportunity for people with one click to like your page. And I will show you how on some of those, some of the elements of the offers, how that happens. The new option with the offers as well gives you a great opportunity if you have an online business to grow your leads too. Amy talks a lot about this in FB Ads Insider, about using Facebook paid advertising opportunities to grow your email list, and I definitely support that strategy. And as much as that, I do support growing your likes. It used to be very much that, likes weren't as important. I'm seeing them becoming more and more important in your marketing strategy now. Opportunities to promote things on Facebook for free moving forward when you have a big community of likes are great. But now with the paid opportunities that Amy goes through in FB Ads Insider, you can reach all your fans now. There's no reason why you can't talk to them all. So don't neglect your likes, and this is a great tool to increase that. It creates an opportunity to really drive people to share your content as well. Their offers are really shareable and very easy for your prospects and other users on Facebook to share the offer. And they have a really big opportunity with the right offer and hitting the right market for it to go viral. So that's one of the big things I love about offers. The core proposition there though is that you want to be generating more leads, whether that goes to sales, likes, or emails. There's also, because it's relatively new, you probably are seeing more of them at the moment. I think people are experimenting. It's a bit like promoted posts have taken off quite strongly. I've seen quite a few of those. Now, when there is a new feature, people do tend to dive in. The problem is people dive in and then get a bit stuck and can't really understand the effectiveness of it, and then tend to drop it pretty quickly. Facebook, with their IPO, are definitely trying to develop products that are sort of a one-click option for people to spend money with them. As we all know, Facebook ads are not the simplest thing to master and to do well, and Facebook are really aware of that. So they're trying to develop as many options for people to just click, who may not be aware of even how to use Facebook ads, but they could click and hook up a credit card and give them some money. I mean, look, Facebook are in business just as we all are, and I know there's a lot of negativity surrounding this monetization, but at the end of the day, we've got an amazing platform to promote our business at a really, really cheap price. So I still support the fact that they're a business and they need to make money just as we all do. And they develop some pretty amazing opportunities for us to connect with more clients. So, it's all part of the evolution of Facebook, and I think we need to embrace that. Okay, so in order to set one up, you will be going onto your Facebook page, and where you normally post, where you might, upload a photo, a video, or just do a regular status update, in that posting box, on the right-hand side, once you do have 400 fans, you should see this little offer event text here. So on the right-hand side up the top, you need to click on that first, and then you'll see these three options for in-store and online offers, and online only. So there'll be obviously like a clothing store that might have several physical outlets in a mall, for example, but they also have an online component where they sell their merchandise online. They're going to be choosing that middle option. If you're a restaurant, you'd be choosing the in-store only option. If you are a online business consultant, then choose the online only. So it's pretty sort of self-explanatory, and I'll then each of them will give you a couple of different options, mainly around redemption. So for redemption in-store only, you can look at the second box on the bottom there. You'll see that down the bottom there's an opportunity in that middle square there to add a barcode. So you can add an actual numbered 13-digit barcode in there, so that when people get this offer emailed to their inbox for redemption, they can print it out and it can be scanned at your registers. This is a huge development from an improvement from the first offers. There wasn't really any redemption mechanic apart from users receiving the email in their Facebook email address. So that's a big improvement. You can also limit the number of claims, and that's the little grid box on the left-hand side underneath that 40,000 claims number. So you can limit the number of claims if you want, or you can have unlimited claims. And terms just allows you to put all the fine print in there for your offer. Now, I will go into how to create some great offers that work well, so I won't bog you down with that right now. But it is very important to pay attention to, you know, the mechanics of your offer, particularly if you've got an in-store or a physical place component, because often your own staff might get a little confused about how the offers are redeemed, and then that just gives a really bad service experience if you don't have that all consistently communicated to your team and to the users redeeming your Facebook offers. So this is where, in this box, once that drops down, this is where you create an image and some text for your offer. Now, it's like a regular page post ad that only displays 90 characters. So you need to keep it short and punchy with the actual offer in that text. So things like percentage off discounts or, you know, a buy one, get one free, or some kind of value add offer should be listed there so that when people are glancing at the offer, they can pretty much see what the benefit's going to be. Another important thing with that thumbnail is that you do need to keep that uploaded as a square image. So it should be 90 by 90. Otherwise, Facebook decide to resize your images and they can get a little bit wonky. So make sure you resize them yourself before you upload them for maximum impact. Does that make sense so far, Amy? Just checking.
I always put myself on mute so you guys can't hear me breathing or anything on the line. But yes, that makes perfect sense.
Okay, good. Just stop me at any time if it doesn't and jump in. 'Cause you know me, I'll just get on a roll. Okay, so the second part of this is making sure you list how the offer needs to be redeemed. So if it's online, you can put a web address where people can get, actually if it's online and in store, you still put a web address where people can get the offer first, or details of the offer, and then you can add an optional redemption code. Sorry, let me just go back. That is for online. You put the web address where people can get the offer for an online offer. So that's where you'd put, that doesn't have to be just your website. That can be a specifically created landing page for your offer. So that's where you'd input that web address there. And if you have an online store and you have the ability to do redemption codes, then put a redemption code there, but you don't have to activate the offer. You can also put a redemption code for in-store offers as well, but this is mainly created for online offers. And then what will happen is it's going to show you know, basically what the offer is going to be. So for an example, I just put together a bit of an idea here to put on here. Say I wanted to give a special discount on my Facebook ads online training course, then I would put this as an offer. I'm not just trying to, you know, put photos of myself everywhere, but I just, you know, to give you an idea, just got a little square image, something that's going to pop out on the page. You know, any color image of a person or a product or something like that is suitable. But you see there, I haven't used you know, all the text there. Try not to, you know, clutter it up with too much, but people can just glance and see exactly what it's about. I put some conditions down the bottom that people can see. Special flash sale limited to 10 buyers. You know, you could put there something like, you know, 10 only until tomorrow, or, you know, something that gives people a sense of urgency, but very clear parameters about what is on offer. So then you click preview to see what the offer is going to look like on your page. And then let's just go here. So once you click preview, it's going to show how the post will show up on your page. So here you'll see there, that's what would actually get posted onto my page. And they also send me a preview to my Facebook email address. And then that is what will get posted on my page to get shared. You'll see there the important part in the middle of the offer is there's an envelope, this little envelope symbol that says get offer. that's what people will be clicking on to get the offer. Before it used to say claim offer, and there was a lot of confusion around that because people then thought they'd already bought something when they hadn't, when they were just getting information about the offer emailed to them. So they have changed the wording on that. So Facebook are pretty good at taking on board feedback, I think, most of the time, not always, but they're pretty good at understanding, you know, what is going to impact businesses and what isn't. So they might not always do it for personal pages and things like that, but for their business products, they definitely do evolve things if they've got it wrong. So that was one area they did have it wrong. It did have it wrong before, where it used to say claim offer. Now it just says get the offer. So when people click on that, it's going to get delivered. The details are going to get delivered to their email, and I'll show you what that looks like in a future slide. But the next part is the all-important part now, because it's about how you're going to spend your money on these offers. So these are like promoted posts, which I'm sure most of you have utilized so far, in that you can just spend money directly off your Facebook page. So this is, I guess, the easy button for people. Like I said, Facebook are trying to create as many of these easy buttons for people to spend money as possible so they can drive more revenue. So they just expect that people are going to say, okay, great, I'll select something from the drop down and let it go. And you know what? A lot of people will do that, but not you people, because you've been dealing or you've been learning from Amy all about ads, and you know the importance of targeting and getting your marketing right and under the, you know, in the hands of the right people. So if you just selected one budget from this drop down menu, just ignore that promote later checkbox. I'll go into that in a second. But if you just selected one of these amounts here, then Facebook would just spin that out to your fans and friends of fans in an untargeted fashion until they used up that money. So this is an example from my page. What it's giving me, they've still got the $10 off deal, which they've had since they started. But you can see my page has about 6,500 fans, but it says here estimated reach can go up to 105,000 people. So you can imagine they're just going to be spinning that out wherever they can in people's news feeds. So that is a great opportunity in the fact that these offers get into news feeds. So, you know, on mobile phones and in people's news feeds like sponsored stories. So that's a massive, powerful component of Facebook ads. But we do, as with promoted posts, need to be very careful that we're not just sending them out willy-nilly, because you're still paying on a cost per impression basis. So they're going to be charging you, you know, basically sending those out until they reach that many people in a pretty untargeted fashion. So you want to be able to tighten that up a bit more, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do. So in order to do that, I suggest that you select promote later using another Facebook advert tool, because we would rather get a lot more targeted. If there is still an opportunity within the post to get more targeted, however, and I will show you what that does. I think that's on the next slide. Yeah. Okay, so even if you do want to use it quickly from the post and select that other option, you can select the prices from the drop down, and then there's a little compass symbol on the bottom left hand side of your post, and that is where this add targeting, where that red arrow is. It'll pop up with add targeting, and then you can go into targeting via demographics and interests as well. So you can do that. That will definitely tighten things up for you. So that is one option, but don't forget, if you're going to do it from your page, then make sure you add this targeting. Otherwise, as you can see there, that offer was going to go to 4.9 million people. I would never do an ad targeted to 4.9 million people, so I'm definitely not going to get the best results, because I'm not going to be zeroing in on my exact target audience. So I would suggest we go along into the ads manager and create an offer ad rather than doing this. But just to let you know, you definitely can do that if you want to. So if I've selected promote later using the Facebook advert tool, then that's going to take me then I can still click share, but the offer won't come up until I activate it in the ads manager. I know that sounds really confusing, so I'm going to show you how to do that in the ads manager, but I'm just going to cover that point again to make sure we're clear. So when you promote your offer from the page and look at that list of prices. Once you select that, make sure you then select the compass tool to add your targeting. Otherwise, your offer is just going to get spun to lots of untargeted people, and you'll chew through your budget pretty quickly without too many results. So hopefully that makes sense. So let's go into what happens once you're in the ad manager. So once you've clicked share and that you want to advertise the offer using Facebook adverts, then you go into your ads manager. Now, most of you would probably have this new ads manager now. Amy mentioned it in the group a week or so ago, asking who had it. At that time, I didn't actually have it, but over the last couple of days, it's popped into my ads manager as well. Now, one of the things to be aware of, just a slight detour here, is when you're setting up your ads in this new ads manager, automatically Facebook add sponsored stories into your selection. So you need to click remove below this box if you want to make sure you're not adding sponsored stories into your ad campaigns. Very sneaky little upsell trick from Facebook on that one. I'm not overly happy about that at all, but I just want you guys to be aware of that as well. Make sure that you select remove unless you do want to do sponsored stories. But sponsored stories are a whole nother webinar. We might even look at doing something on that, Amy, for your members and talk about those a bit more. So what I want you to do to create the offer ad is to select promote page posts. So the ad destination will be your page, and then you go into this second square, which is promote page posts. And when you do, it's going to give you show your post in a drop-down menu along with all the other posts on your page. Not all of them, but the last, say, 10 or 15. So just select the post that is the offer once you've already clicked share on that offer on your page. And then that will create an ad. Here's a couple of examples of what the new ads look like. Or the post and the ad, actually. So I've just got you one example of what the ad looks like, one example of what the post looks like on your page. So on the left, where it's that best of you today offer, that's what the actual post on the page looks like. And as you can see, it updates how many people have claimed the offer and out of the amount that they've selected there. And you can still click on get offer, as I mentioned. There's also the opportunity to share that post, which increases your reach. So you can just leave the offer. You don't have to come into the Facebook Ads Manager, as I said, but I suggest that you do. So once that post of the offer is on your page, then you select it in the Ads Manager to turn it into an ad. So on the right hand side, you can see an example of an ad for an online training or webinar promotion that sits in the normal place where marketplace ads show up, which is on the side of your newsfeed. So I'm pretty sure if you go into Power Editor, these will also come up in mobile. But if you just do these in Ads Manager, these will just come up as marketplace ads on the right hand side of the newsfeed. But the actual post will get into people's news feeds and mobile news feeds. So I hope that is clear. The best part about turning it into an ad, as you can see, any ads that look like an inherent part of Facebook definitely get higher click-through rates, but also people can just click get offer straight from the ad, and that's what I love about this product. So it just makes it super easy. They don't have to go onto your page. They can get the offer straight from the ad. So that's a great benefit. So how do they then redeem it? Once they've clicked get on offer, and they get an email sent to their Facebook registered email address. So I've shown you exactly what it looks like if it comes through to the email. It's branded Facebook, but it gives people clear instructions of how to redeem the offer. This is definitely an improvement from the beta offer, the beta offering that they had before, or the beta product for offers that they had before. This is much clearer, easier for people to understand that in order to redeem it, if it's an online offer, they need to go to a link. Otherwise, if it's an in-store offer, they'll get the barcode if you've added it, and they'll be instructed to print out the email and bring it in, or whatever terms and conditions you have there. The other improvement is down the bottom. You'll see they've got the like the page option. They didn't have that before, so people can like your page straight out of there. which is good for people who've perhaps redeemed the offer but haven't yet liked your page. And you can also share the offer directly from the email onto your Facebook page, or users can. So I think that looks a lot cleaner, and it's a lot more straightforward and less confusing for people. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, so I'm going to show you just a case study, and this was when I'd done this earlier in the year to show you, what's possible for a physical location using an offer. There's a few elements that contributed to the success of this offer campaign. One of those was quite a strong percentage off discount. So we had, this is for a shopping mall. There was one store within the shopping mall that had a take a further 60% off already reduced prices. So 60% off is a pretty nice, nice option, a nice offer to have, and a nice discount to offer. So this definitely got noticed because that brand is quite well recognized as well. So once we posted that on the page, we were then able to create ads from it as well. So we didn't just post it on the page, but at this time we could have just posted that on the page for free. Keep in mind that you can try these offers out now. The first one will be for free once you have 400 likes, so you can get a sense of what it could do for your business without investing the money straight off. But at this stage, we didn't have to pay anything just to get it out on the page, but we did have to pay to get it into an ad. So within the offer only ran for 2 days, but within that time we had 16,000, over nearly 17,000 people talking about the page at that stage. I think ordinarily it was sitting at about, 400 or 500. So it definitely shot up the engagement. And within 23 hours, as you can see, we'd had 117 people sharing that offer. So that, is really where that viral component comes into it. Something that's good, people want to share. They're happier to share this kind of promotion than they are perhaps just a general, hey, come to my webinar, or a special link to a sales page. This is something that gets in people's hands and gives them an offer. So people are really, really happy to share it, which is great because it gets your page out there to more people, and it also really, really drives likes. So if you can see here, it's a bit blurry, sorry, I didn't really do a very high-res screen cap on that, I'm sorry. But if you can see the spike in the new likes just from those couple of days, what that does in your insights, and it led to 13,792 claims of that offer. At that stage, that page only had about 5,000 fans. So, to get 13,792 claims is pretty impressive. I have seen even bigger offer claim promotions with things like travel discounts and accommodation and tours and trips. Things like that work extremely well too. So I've seen those numbers skyrocket to 6 figures. But what I was very focused on is understanding, okay, how did that then translate to sales? So what we saw, we could then work with that retailer and understand how many people were bringing in their email and redeeming the offer or mentioning it. So we saw overall from the traffic counters at the centre that there was a 30% increase in overall centre visitation, which is what we were all about because we were promoting the centre. But for the actual store, it increased their previous sales by 85%. So it definitely led to more sales by marketing this offer on Facebook. And another nice little side effect there was we got an extra 2,725 likes over the 5-day period, just before and after the offer. So people were still coming back saying, is that offer still available? They were getting it in, shared with them and activity in their newsfeed from their friends. So it was really showing Facebook, the connections that Facebook offer you at its best, and how the platform is really well suited to sharing information, but then also delivering real results to get people buying at the end of the day. Now, I haven't done a specific online offer yet, but I assume that the opportunity is just as good. One of those posts that I just showed you before is one of my clients. So their offer was based on webinar registrations, and we're able just over the last couple of days see a doubling of those webinar registrations. So the offer is definitely helping there, and I think it's added another just in the last 12 hours I think it added another 300 likes on that page. So it definitely translates into results. You still get to dictate the budget, what you're going to spend on these offers. So, you know, keep that in mind. You can still do that at a very low price point, and just test the water. And if you want to do your first one, then Facebook are going to give that to you for free as well. So if you have something to sell, or you have a webinar or a class or some sort of promotion, then there's no real reason why you should not be trying this out for either your own business or your client's business. What I find in managing clients' campaigns is it's always good to come to them with new opportunities and new ways to promote their business, and you become the hero, even though you know it's Facebook's product. You become the hero by explaining it to them, because most people are not going to know how to utilize this. So if you are a consultant or a marketing consultant, you have the opportunity to really be the hero with something like this, with either an online or an offline business. So the other thing is, I just wanted to mention to be prepared for a lot more customer feedback, whether that customer feedback be on your page or in store. If you're promoting for a physical location or a place, I want you to be prepared that, as with any deals or special offers, there's always a bit of confusion unless you're crystal clear. And even when you are crystal clear, customers may not necessarily be. So do test the offer, or ask a few people if it makes sense before you post it. Make sure you limit the claims if you do have limited product offering or delivery or service delivery. Make sure people know that, so that it's clear, and that they're clear about how to redeem and you know, what exactly is involved. Because if you don't do that right, people are going to get quite upset and will be posting on your page. So just be prepared that you want someone monitoring the page from the time the offer is posted, and you want to make sure that the communication channel goes right down to the person at the storefront, so they're aware that when a customer comes in with the printout, exactly what they have to do, that the offer is valid, all that kind of thing. Because there's nothing worse than, from a marketing perspective, if a user comes and prints out this offer, comes into the store, and their sales assistant looks at them blankly and doesn't understand what it's all about. So definitely keep that in mind as well. So just to compare them, because most people, the easiest reference for what Facebook offers are is with Groupon. But really, one of the big benefits that I see in regards to, you know, using the Facebook is that people don't have to pay for it directly on your site or online. It's mainly payment is off-site. That you can limit the terms and the validity, as you can do with a Groupon offer as well. But you're not actually having to pay, you know, a cut of your sales as you probably would likely to be with a Groupon deal. So you've got the opportunity to control the budget there, and the more sales you make, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to give up some of your margin. And there's a lot more of an opportunity to share this virally on Facebook. So it's pretty important there to know that. And also the other thing is to make sure that there's a perception of value. This is what I mentioned before about how important it is to communicate something compelling. So don't use a Facebook offer for, you know, a 5% off discount. It's not compelling. People are conditioned via, you know, all the other marketing out there, whether it be on Facebook or off Facebook, to be thinking that a good deal is a minimum of 20% off. So if you're going to go a percentage off, make sure it's above 20% to really get some traction there. You can do a value add thing, so they can redeem a special gift. That works quite well. Or better still, they could get something for free. So you saw before that Mike Hill offer that I showed you, that was to attend a free webinar, and so was the other offer I showed you. So they were both about getting attendees for webinars, so they were actually free. So within that, you're going to be generating your leads if you send them to a landing page with a sign up. But we all know that free offers are definitely compelling as well. But if you have a physical product or service, I would suggest a percentage off can work extremely well. So just keep that in mind. Make sure there's a compelling value proposition in your offers to get the best bang for your buck. So hopefully that makes sense, and we'll have some time for questions as well at the end, Amy, but I'm just going to run through now, if it's okay with you, about the types of information and advice that I can offer. Most of you would have seen that I had another website, FB Ad Queen, and I've just rebranded actually to really just take into account all the Facebook marketing opportunities that I provide for businesses, both online and offline, through my own business. So most of my clients do use me for high-end consulting. So I know that that's not going to suit everybody in setting up high value lead generation campaigns, but I do have other opportunities and ways for you to work with me if you're stuck, or if you have a client that you're looking after marketing for and you need some advice and assistance. So I know that I'm not here to tell you the basics now of exactly how to use Facebook ads. I think you'll have a great foundation from Amy with that, but I can support you in any more advanced elements. So if you want to dive deeper into targeting, overall campaign elements and optimization, as well as creating sales funnels and promotions on Facebook, then I can definitely assist you with that, be it via my coaching, consulting, or also I do have a couple of other services which if you're happy for me to, I'll quickly run through with you now. One of the things that we've added as part of the new brand is doing total Facebook page branding. This is something I see as a massive opportunity for people to be really upping their game on Facebook, or creating a much better platform for their clients to do well on Facebook. By creating an overall branding with a great timeline image, profile picture, and custom tabs. So I know Amy talks a lot about those. So we devise that in line with your own branding, or if you don't even have a branding, we'll come up with that for you and put that out for you on Facebook. So this has been super popular because I know it's where a lot of people get stuck. People, think, okay, great, I know I want to do this. And yes, you can do this for free yourself. Absolutely. This is just for, an option, as a done for you option. If you tech things aren't your thing, or you've found that some of the free tab creation tools, which I find a lot, are lacking in terms of design quality. You can definitely use them and they work and they're functional, but getting the design elements exactly right as per your branding can be a challenge. So this is one of the products that we offer. So if you're interested, just come along to my website or send me an email or a message at my Facebook page, which is We Are Marvio, facebook.com/We Are Marvio. I'm happy to give you more information there. But even more than that, if you were looking for some more training and access to me at a much more cost-effective level, I mean, I as I said, most of my campaign management clients, I'm charging them $2,000 to look after their Facebook ad campaigns. So to have some other access to me to help you with your own campaigns or your clients' campaigns, because I can help you set up your own Facebook ads business via access to me, whether my coaching or even this special online training program that I've got as well for Facebook ads. So, I want to be able to just show you, not only step-by-step online training to go into how to create ads, which I know you've done with Amy, but also really diving further into targeting, optimization, and how each campaign, getting feedback on each of your campaigns before you kick them off, and also, any other elements about having your own local marketing consultancy, how to charge, how to set up your systems, those kind of things. You will get access to me via a group Q&A call, but also via a private Facebook group. So I know you've got Facebook group access with Amy, which that group is amazing set of resources, but you would also have access to me in this group, as well as live Q&A calls. So normally this program is $297, and you can see the sales page for that. The regular sales page is fbadqueen.com/sell more. But because I love Amy so much, and of course I love all the FB Ads Insider community, but having been a part of it from the beginning, I'm doing a special offer for the webinar that it's $99. And within that $99, you get a live group Q&A call where you can ask me a question. I stay on the call until all the questions are answered. But even better, you've got the opportunity for your own personalized Facebook marketing audit with me. So once you purchase the program, I'll be sending you a questionnaire to just understand whether you've got the right foundations there for me to then talk to you about some really high quality lead generation and how we can get that working on a return ROI basis for you. So we could actually go through in a half an hour session and get your page completely up to scratch. That would be one-on-one. So I'm just making sure that we do that on a questionnaire basis to make sure that you can get the most benefit out of it and that you're primed and ready to go with an offer so that you can get it giving you a return straight away. You get access to the private Facebook group. Also a bonus of a PDF document that shows some best practice ads that you can swipe. One of the things I get a lot of good feedback about from the Facebook group is that people post their campaigns and metrics, which I know they do in Amy's as well, but you can post your campaign before you actually even launch it and ask for feedback about how, whether I've got any suggestions or tweaks. I'm always in there ready to help and guide you. And given that I look after about 20 clients a month, I've got lots of different campaigns going. I know what's working right now. I'm also aware of any changes that I can communicate to you. And it's a great little networking place as well. It's quite intimate. I think at the moment we've got about 70 members in there. So there's enough activity for you to learn things from other people, but there's also that space for you to get access to me. And as I said, it's normally $297, but I'm just giving it to Amy's beautiful community for $99. So that is not going to stay up as well. That's just for the webinar. And I hope that you can take advantage of that. Also, don't forget, there are some extra bonuses as well. I've just shown you an idea of what the membership area looks like there. It's just, there's 4 key modules with a quick start module, and I'm sure you won't need the quick start module because you're already up and running with that. But just to show you that we go into all the things on targeting your audience, creating the right message. So I am about making sure that Facebook advertising fits in with your overall brand and understanding how to best develop calls to action and create good impact so that you've got some great performance with your ads. So that, as you all know, the higher the click-through rate, the lower you're going to be paying, but you also want to make sure that those ads are delivering you your results. So we talk about setting up the right strategies, optimizing your ads, troubleshooting, all those kind of things. And then there's the benefit of the Facebook group where we've got more in-depth troubleshooting advice in there and customized to your particular problem. I've also got a couple of bonuses that sit in there on how to run a Facebook contest and also how to use Facebook for affiliate marketing. I've had some great, I didn't spell affiliate right there either, which was a bit silly. I've left out an L. But I've had some great affiliate success on Facebook, and it can be a great way to just keep some passive income running, even if you are using Facebook for your business or someone else's business. So I will show you the success I had, especially one of them just getting $23,000 in online sales commission for a Facebook ad campaign I ran for 10 days. So I delve into how I did that as well, and I'm always here as a resource to answer questions about that in the Facebook group too. So hop on along to fbadqueen.com/Amy special. I would love to see you in there. And I'm sure that you get a lot out of that. So I don't know if you're still there, Amy, but perhaps we can run through some questions from the audience because I can't see them on my end.
Can you hear me okay?
I sure can.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for all of that. First of all, the content's outstanding. I really wanted my audience to hear about Facebook offers and how they could use them in different ways. So thank you for all the suggestions with that as well. We have some questions for sure.
Great.
But also I wanted to tell everybody that basically I asked Victoria to, one, teach you some brand new content that I haven't taught yet, and also offer her program to you because many of you have written me and wanted more. And I just have this one FB Ads Insider program, and I know you can go much deeper. So Victoria's program does go deeper, and she just has a whole nother view of how it all works. And so it's great to get different opinions, different suggestions, extra support. So if you're really planning on using Facebook ads to skyrocket your business, then these programs definitely complement each other. And the great discounted price, I really appreciate that for doing that, Victoria. So that's awesome as well. But I will say, Victoria is like my go-to person for all Facebook ad questions that I can't figure out myself. So that's why I was so delighted when she started to jump in the group and answer questions and help me out. And I wanted to make sure you all got to experience her content, and if you are so willing, her program as well. Mm-hmm. So thank you for that, and I just want to encourage you all to go check that out. And then Victoria, are you cool with a few questions?
Yeah, I'm actually happy to answer all questions. This is what this
great.
is the part that I love the most. So this
Perfect.
is where I geek out, and I'm sure you do too. We just get in our zone. So hit me with them.
Okay, so perfect. So this first question, basically there's a little bit of confusion overall, not in this group, but I mean just out there that I've seen a lot. And then it popped up as a question here that with Facebook ads, Facebook offers, now you have to pay to promote. But the question is, so you can either do a promoted post or you can go in your ads dashboard and create a different type of ad to promote. Is that correct?
Yes. So it's a bit like the best analogy is really to think about promoted posts and page post ads. So where we have promoted posts that you can just select a price and select to either target people who already like your page or friends of fans and friends of fans and promote just off that page. So too with Facebook offers. So that I'm just going to see if I come back, it might just it might not show you exactly. Maybe I should pop on to Facebook and show you live, but because I know it is a bit confusing. But the best analogy, if people know about promoted posts and page post ads, is it's the same thing in that you can promote on the page by selecting the price from the drop down menu when you see the little budget tab. So when you want to just select off the page, then you do that. And what happens once that is promoted that way is that it will go out into news feeds like a promoted post. So it will sit that sponsored bit at the top in people's news feeds, depending on who you've targeted. So that goes in news feeds and obviously on people's mobile phones as well. So that's the advantage of using that. Facebook are giving you a wider reach than promoted posts with offers. I think I'm not 100% sure how they've got to those big numbers that they say that they can target because it must just be the friends of fans. But like I said, that's a very scattered approach, and I advise people the same with promoted posts. Keep promoted posts just for people who like your page. Otherwise, Facebook are going to start serving up your promoted post as they would your Facebook offer to friends of fans that are very untargeted. So you do have the opportunity to select destinations in your targeting, but I suggest just keep it to people who like your page and then do ads if you're looking to recruit more people. So that's how we keep it separate. I know it sounds a bit confusing, but
no, but that's great because basically use promoted post if you want to just go after your fans. And if you want to attract a brand new audience, and let's say you want your ads to be shown to all the fans of your competitor's Facebook page, then you would go into the ads dashboard and you would promote your offer from there, and you could target other Facebook pages or different targets that you want to target. Is that right?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Because also, keep in mind that friends of fans or people who don't know you yet, seeing something at the top of their newsfeed that's a promoted post can be a little bit be in their face as well. Like I think you're going to get better results from a promoted post or an offer that sits at the top of somebody's newsfeed when they've already raised their hand to hear from you. So that isn't going to limit the fact that people will see activity in their newsfeed about your offer from their friends, because if friends claim it, that will show up in their friends' newsfeed. So you still get that viral action anyway and that newsfeed activity by doing the offer ads. So I just suggest ticking the use an advert to promote rather than promoting on your page for the offers. So that's what I would advise. Just go to your page post ad to amplify it.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. And so one person had asked, in the promoted post, when you click the drop down and all those different dollar increments show?
Yes.
Is that per day?
No, that's per campaign.
Great.
So promoted
is it for
posts.
3 days?
Yes, I think, let me just check. I'm pretty sure it is for 3 days. Let me just see what it's going to do here. 3 days. So that would go over the 3 days. Or
Great.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, perfect. So if you see a dollar increment, and let's say someone's saying they think it might be 5 days. I thought promoted post only ran for 3 days.
Yeah, promoted.
But the reason why we're a little confused, everyone, is it changes all the time.
Well, that's the thing.
So
and not everybody has the same sometimes. But I'm just going to double check that now.
Okay.
Just to see. So I'm just setting up an ad and seeing what it's going to say so that I can give everyone the right information. It is quite brand new, this option. And normally, as I said, I normally select the page ads rather than doing it on my page. So I'm not as au fait with what. Let's just work this out. I have to actually just upload the image, which is a little annoying in order to do it. Just going to do it. I'm just doing it on the other computer so I don't mess up with this.
Great.
Oh, and it's just, yeah.
Let's see here. While you're doing that, I'm going to check real fast.
Yeah,
we've got some questions. So, okay, good.
Yeah, you can hit me with another one and then I can come back to doing this. I'm doing it as we go.
And Lauren is confirming. She says, promoted post from a status on your page is 3 days from the original date that you posted on your page. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I had never heard 5 days before, but you never know. But so you can continue to look, Victoria, but I do think you're right about the 3 days. And then Paulette says, is there a best day to start a campaign like these offers?
Is there a best day? No, it depends. People ask me that with ads as well, whether there's a better day. Look, there can be better days for your postings on your page and better times for interaction. But when you're doing something over a 3 day period, you're going to hit the mark pretty much anyway. So if you had a retail store, then a lead up to a weekend or a peak trading period is definitely a good strategy. But on the flip side of that, you might want to be increasing traffic in non-peak periods and getting some more traffic across the whole week. So it really does depend on what you're offering. And I don't think you need to be too bogged down in what day. I say just get out and try it and make sure it's more important that you've got a good offer than what time of the day you'd be posting it.
Great. Okay, perfect. And then Janet says, is it okay or good practice to have someone like your page to get the offer? And I actually don't think that's even an option, is it? They don't have to like your page to get an offer, right?
No, yeah, you can't enforce that. So most people generally will, and as I showed in that email, the email that people get in their inbox, there's an opportunity for them to like your page once they got the offer anyway. You could put that. I think that would sort of be very tricky from a terms and conditions perspective. So there is the potential to put that in the terms and conditions that they need to like the page. So you could technically do it. It's not part of the inherent Facebook offer mechanic. You could do it and try it. I just think just be wary that that sort of backlash element I talked about. People get very finicky about redeeming things, and even especially when they're free or discounted, it seems to attract more problems sometimes. So just I would suggest not to do that, because I think Facebook marketing is all about giving as much value as you can. And if they're already redeeming your offer, they're already getting an experience with your brand. And if you show them that you've got some great content on there, they'll come and like your page anyway.
Great. Okay.
Now,
perfect.
I did look at the setting the budget. It actually doesn't tell you on that setting the budget how long it goes for. So, yeah, basically I suggest it would be the 3 days like the promoted post, but Facebook aren't actually telling me on when I use the drop down menu, so I can't completely confirm on that one. You do have the opportunity to just back on the timing as well in doing this. Just I should have mentioned, you have the opportunity to schedule your offer as well, like you can schedule your posts normally. You just select that little clock button. So if you want to pre-prepare it and have it come at a certain time, maybe you've got a sale or there's you're opening a new launching a new online product, you can schedule the offer as well to come out at a certain time. So that's good. That's
okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know. So you can schedule your offer in advance. So that's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so does anybody have any other questions? I'm just looking here. I think we might have covered all of them tonight. But if you do have any questions about offers beyond this webinar, you can definitely check out Victoria's Facebook page. And Victoria, is it facebook.com/ I want to say Marveo.
I know.
Time.
I think that's the thing. I didn't realize that Americans want to say Marveo, but maybe that's what I'll just have to call it in America. Yeah, so you can say Marveo. It's totally fine. I think it's because you've got all the Spanish speakers over there, whereas we don't really have the Spanish speakers down here, so we say Marveo, but yeah, people want to say Marveo. Okay, but
so we can definitely post
at
facebook.com/ Marveo, and then definitely check out Victoria's special offer. So fbadqueen.com/ Amy Special, and from there you can check out to see if you want to, dive in even deeper. This is your opportunity to do so. Yeah. But Victoria, I cannot thank you enough for being on the call. Do you want to add anything before we jump off?
No, I just wanted to say thanks for having me as usual, and also take advantage of. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to keep the opportunity up for the online training, not just this special offer, but that service as a whole, because I do have a lot more clients now that I'm dealing with. So this might be pretty much your last chance to get in and work with me there. But if you need some advice and information on your page, then that's a great way to do it, and how to get more clients. And the other thing is, if you're interested in custom pages, then please come and let me know as well. I can talk to you about that too. So I'm basically a resource ready to go.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so very, very much. And I know we'll be seeing you in the Facebook group when you pop in there, so I appreciate that. And everybody have a wonderful evening. I'll get you this replay, and I'll post it in a special area so that you can get access to it. So everyone have a wonderful night, and take care.